Welcome to Plowman's Backyard. My name is Kendra and today we are preserving our eggs in a different method. Previous I did how to preserve eggs by freezing. Today we are going over water glassing our eggs, which is a very simple method. It's actually an old-fashioned method used years ago to preserve eggs for long-term storage. It's been forgotten, but it's being brought back again. What essentially it is we're putting our clean, unwashed eggs in a water and lime solution to help seal off those eggs and preserve them for about 8 to 12 months. All you need for this is a food grade container. It could be plastic, it could be glass. You need some pickling lime, clean, fresh, unwashed eggs, a scale, a measuring cup, and a way to mix your solution. So the reason why you would want to preserve your eggs is because if you are a chicken owner like we are, you know that egg production goes up at certain times of the year and egg production goes down at certain times of the year. Most of the time this spring and the fall, we tend to get a lot more eggs. And usually in the winter, egg production goes down quite a bit. The reason why you'd want to preserve your eggs is so that you can enjoy fresh eggs all winter long. So basically you can collect your eggs at any time of the year. It doesn't really matter if you have high production or not, but you want the freshest and cleanest eggs possible for this method. Do not use store-bought eggs. Do not use old eggs for this method of egg preservation. Once you do a full jar, like you can pick your eggs every couple days, every day, and keep adding to the jar until it's full. I always label it from the time that I've started collecting my eggs to the time that I finish so that I use those eggs first. The other thing is when you're going to go and you're going to store your water glassed eggs, it just needs to be in a cool environment and it needs to be away from direct sunlight. So it's quite easy to store. You don't need any special places like a cold cellar to store these type of eggs. So right now we're just going to go over how to do it, the process of doing the eggs, but I just want to make a little note here. Try not to move your eggs too much, but you can notice I have some lime sediment in the bottom of this container, and that's completely normal. That's going to happen. As you'll see, it'll look all white. It's going to seal off your egg because the eggshell is very porous and it's going to seal that off and keep it fresh until the time of use. And when you want to go and use your eggs, make sure that you rinse them off well before you use your eggs. Okay, so basically the solution that you're going to be making for your water glassing is 1 in 1. So you want 1 quart of water, if you're in the city you need distilled water, to 1 ounce of pickling lime. But because I have done 2 quarts in my glass, I need 2 ounces of pickling lime. And make sure you weigh that so that you have it correctly. And all you're wanting to do is add that to your water. And I'm just going to give it a bit of a stir here. Want it well mixed. So that is how you mix the solution. And then all that you need to do next is pick out, you want your freshest, cleanest eggs, and make sure your eggs don't have any cracks in them or any deformities. You want the best looking eggs you can find. Again, they need to be fresh and unwashed. As you notice, I'm wearing gloves, and that's because the lime can actually dry out your skin. And because I have skin issues already, I've got gloves on, and I'm just going to place my eggs. Ideally, you want your eggs to be stored upside down like that, but at the bottom you can't help it, so we're just going to lay them down flat. I'm going to do it gently. Try not to move them as much as possible. And when you're adding new eggs, there's no need to mix up the solution as you add new eggs, even though the lime seems to settle in the bottom. And you want to make sure that the solution is completely covering all of your eggs. All right, so I've got about maybe 2 rows of eggs in there. And then over the next couple of days, I'm going to add it until it's full, and then I'm going to put my lid, well, I'm going to put my lid on anyways, but then I'll label it the day I started collecting and the day that I finish collecting. Well, thank you for joining us here at Plowman's Backyard on this simple little tutorial on how to water glass your eggs. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you give it a try if you have your own fresh farm eggs at home. And again, check out some of our other great videos. Like I said, we have a how to freeze eggs for winter preservation as well. Thanks for stopping by and thanks for watching today.